Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, and we're here with the Naked Truth. Truth? I swear, I stopped drinking champagne like 3 hours ago. Live from Huntington Beach, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Portland, Oregon.
Hey.
Hey!
Hi!
So tonight my co-host is Lindsay Fly, who I've missed terribly while she's been gone for a whole week.
Whatever. I've been gone for more than a week, but I've been WhatsApping you like every 2 days.
I know, but it's not the same.
Just knowing I was halfway across the world.
No, yeah.
But you've had like the cutest Facebook pictures, like in hammocks and all cute and adorable.
I mean, I didn't say it.
She has the cutest pictures of anybody
She
ever.
does, I know.
But my
favorite was the lion mane one where you were like, my mane, and it was like angled up and you still looked adorable with no makeup on.
I loved your new tattoo.
Yeah.
Cute.
Lindsay, why don't you introduce our guest before we start talking about our week?
Let's just talk about me. I'm good with that. So we have Gracie on the No One's Stopping Me But Me on the show tonight, and I had the pleasure of meeting Gracie at WLSFA last year, and she is delightful and gorgeous and like the nicest person ever. And so yeah, Gracie, why don't you just tell us a little bit about you and just a little.
Oh, wait, before. Oh, okay, yeah. Say a little bit about you, and then we'll talk about it.
I had gastric bypass in August 2014, and I've lost over 100 pounds since having bypass surgery.
And she's a skinny bitch with a perfect body now.
Whatever. I don't know about that. There's no such thing. No such thing.
That's true.
I just like to, at the beginning of the show, just kind of catch up on everybody's week, and everybody's had kind of an exciting. Well, I don't know, Grace. Well, you had an exciting last week. What did you went to visit Melly May last week, right?
Yeah, I came home on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. How was that?
Amazing. We had the best time.
Yes.
You went down to North Carolina?
It's always a great time when you're not updating your status every 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, but I've been updating my status every 5 minutes, but I've been having a great time.
Still having a great time.
And then, Lindsay, you were gone, too.
Yeah, I was in Central America. I went to Nicaragua for the last 10 days. I got back not quite 24 hours ago. So not late, I guess 8 o'clock last night. I was home. And, yeah, so I just spent, what?
I said, sorry, my dog wants to come in.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I just spent the last week going shopping and laying in hammocks and swimming in the ocean and I learned like 6 Spanish words because, you know, I'm old and it's really all I'm capable of learning.
What were the 6 words that you learned?
How much, or what's the price, which is, oh God. That's not it, by the way. Oh God isn't how you say it. I think it's Quinta Cuesta, or Quinto Questo, or something like that. Quinta Cuesta is how much, something like that. And then, of course, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Y tú? Which is, and you, like if you say, how are you? Muy bien, very good. And you, ¿Y tú? And, yeah, bonito, beautiful. Yeah.
Learned that word because every picture you took was
bonito.
Bonita, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
It's a girl.
I don't know, maybe it's, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, it was a good week. I mean, it was very simple living. It was hot, but I got acclimatized very quickly, actually. The first night I didn't sleep at all because it was so hot there. And it was like 91, 92, 89, that kind of, but the humidity was high. But by the end of the week, I was like, we spent the last night in air conditioning, and I was like fucking freezing. So, I mean, that just goes to show you like how fast you can adjust, because we didn't have AC the entire rest of the time. And I have friends that live there, and so I was staying with them, and it was just great. I had never met them before. I've known them for like 8 years, and it was just really nice for them to welcome us and show us around, and it was a great trip. It was awesome.
Well, girls, both of your collarbones are looking pretty nice tonight, just saying.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you just made it for Lindsay when I said that.
Yes, and if Lauren losing is in, she knows that I have a tendency to pet. Yeah, I haven't seen these in a while though, so I'm 8 pounds down the last.
Yes, I was gonna shout you out, but you had to say it first. But go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I've had visitors this week. Amy Gets a VSG is here, and Lorraine Xena Warrior Princess, and Christine Teeny Tiny Tummy is here. They're all in the living room. They kicked me out of the living room and made me come in the office to do the Naked Truth. And Amy and I just did a video a little bit before this, and we had a giveaway which was apparently there has been a very annoying spot behind my head in my videos for the last 18 months.
I know what she's talking about now.
And all of my friends have neglected to tell me that, but have obviously been obsessed with it.
I never noticed, really.
Right? I mean, we did a giveaway to see how fast somebody would, whoever the first person was who said correctly what it was. And that was Gretchen VSG, who's watching. She just texted me. So Gretchen, when we're done, I will send you a $10 Amazon gift card. So PM me your email address. And quite a few people have commented that they knew exactly what was wrong. So anyway, next time there's something going on like that, can somebody tell me?
Hey, there's a hole in your wall behind you.
Yeah, that I know.
Okay.
That's why
I'm trying to be a good friend. I'm stepping up my game.
Usually the door open that covers that, but because they're all in the living room watching Trainwreck, I decided to just.
Oh, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a great time. I've had a great time hanging out with them. And what else happened this week? I found a place to live, so I'm not going to be living in a van down by the river, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
And Lindsay will have a place to sleep when she comes to visit me.
I'm particularly happy about it. Yeah.
So that's what's going on here. Couple announcements and community celebrations. So Amy and I went and had plastic surgery consults with Dr. Katzen last week. And while I was there, I asked him if he would kind of do us a favor and do a monthly plastic surgery show with The Naked Truth.
Wow.
So he's going to do that one Wednesday a month. The first show with Dr. Katzen is going to be Wednesday, January 27th. And he has, I think he said like 40% of his patients come in from out of state to see him or out of the country, and he does Skype consultations. So first the first show we're going to talk about that process, like if you were out of state, how that would work. And then we're just going to take a body part, boobs, belly, arms, whatever, and do a show. That'll take us through 6 months, and then we'll see. But I just, it's something that I know is important to a lot of us, so I really appreciate him taking the time out of a very busy schedule to do a show once a month. So that's exciting.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Chicago's coming up March 10th. I think you're going, right, Gracie?
Yeah, we're all going, right? Everybody.
Well, Lindsay's not going because she gave me the choice of did I want her to come here and visit me or go to Chicago, and I prefer.
Oh, selfish! This is not okay.
No one has noticed that I've un-RSVP'd to the event, and I was just kind of waiting until everyone got there, and then be like, "Where's Lindsay?" So that way I didn't get any shit because I know I'm gonna get shit. Gretchen, I'm sure, is very sad because we were both really looking forward to meeting each other. So I'm sorry, but I couldn't do both. Yeah.
He's really
Are you coming to WSFA?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. Okay. I mean, flights there are like $10 million from here, but I'm on a panel and I wouldn't miss it. There's no way.
So she's going to come visit me for my actual birthday, and it's my fault. I'm the selfish bitch. I would rather spend one-on-one time with Lindsay than have her come to Chicago. So
I did leave it up to her, so don't blame me.
Yeah. So the trip's kind of coming together. It's March, I think, I'm coming in on Thursday, March 10th and staying through Sunday. There's an event list. If you're not on it, let me know if you're interested in going, and I will add you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Lindsay mentioned Nashville, which is coming up in May, which is the WLSFA conference. That's going to be exciting, too. And we're all going to be there, right?
Yep.
I mean, Gracie, that's like right down the street for you, right?
Yeah, it's nothing for me.
Will you show us around? Like, tell us all the good places to go and stuff, like to whatever.
Well, it's Lacey's city. Lacey's the Nashville girl. She lives there, so I'll be staying with her. But I'm sure we'll all be going out, and she knows all the good spots. So
okay, good.
Yeah.
You were just there for New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah, we did New Year's Eve in Nashville. It was me and my husband, and Tanya and her husband. Christian and James Haney, and then Lacey, of course. We all stayed with her.
Awesome.
Cool. It looked like fun.
Well, we all stayed in hotels and then went back to her house, but yeah, it was a good New Year's. We had fun.
Cool.
They do the music note drop in Nashville versus the ball drop.
Oh,
and they do a big concert, and it's all free.
Nice. Probably less crowded than New York, too.
It was super crowded. I'm sure it was less crowded than New York, but Chris Stapleton, I don't know if you know who he is. He's a pretty big country singer. He was there, and several other big headliners.
Cool. Okay, community celebrations real quick. Well, of course, Amy's sister Mary and Lorraine ran the Disney Marathon today, 13.1 miles. So
God.
that's pretty fucking awesome. And they got up at 2:30 in the morning to do it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
What?
That could be on the never will I ever list.
Yeah, right. Never will I ever run 13.
Get up for a marathon at 2:30 a.m.
I won't really do anything at 2:30 a.m. Not even doing it. I'm asleep. Don't fuck with me.
But I had an accomplishment too, although I didn't run 13.1 miles. It cost $50 to park in the Disneyland Hotel parking lot, which is where we needed to be, but I did that for free. Thank you. So,
Why? How? Oh.
But hey. Okay, and it was also Amy's 1-year surgiversary while she was here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, she's definitely a skinny bitch. She's like in a size 6. She's lost 100 pounds, half her body weight, and is teeny, teeny, tiny. Let's see. Oh, Kim Stephanopoulos. It was her birthday this week, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim.
Happy
Sorry, I missed it on Facebook. I was off the grid a little bit. Sorry. Happy birthday.
And Patty's mom, Jeanette, who is wonderful and watches a lot of our videos, she started losing weight, and she hit her weight loss goal this week of 149 pounds.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's super awesome.
Yeah, so I wanted to shout her out. I was going to say that Lindsay lost 5 pounds on vacation, but obviously she's lost 8 pounds since January 4th, so that's more important. So there, we already knew that because she couldn't wait for me to say it.
Hey, it's the first time I've lost any significant amount of weight in like 7 months, so like I'm excited.
Shout it from the rooftop. Trisha from Pretty Little Losers is out of the 290s into the 280s, and she is like flying through those decades, and I really miss those days when you could fly through the decades.
Me too.
Now it's like 6 months a decade. Christy Collins is 9 months out from surgery, and she hit 189.
Woohoo!
Courtney, I don't know how she says her last name, Blocker, I'm not sure. She she lives near me and went through Kaiser also. She hit Wonderland, and she's not that far out from surgery. Lauren booked plastic surgery for May 26.
Yay! I'm so excited for her.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go visit her afterwards too. I told her I'd I'd spoon feed her.
Oh.
Terry Baker Strawn had surgery in December. Hillary RNY had her surgery on November 30th and has already hit Wonderland.
Wow.
I get sad when I hear about people like that.
Well, they probably, I mean.
I'm 2 years post-op and hit Wonderland for like 30 seconds. But that's okay.
You lost 200 pounds.
Weight,
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Yeah, no shit, right?
You've done amazing.
Anyway.
Where's the violin? Wait, do you see that?
What?
That's me playing the world's tiniest violin.
Whatever. And Brooke RNY fit into a size 14. The last time she did that, she did great. And she left a message. She wanted to say, Gracie Elliott is another amazing success story. She's so beautiful inside and out. Thanks for making videos and inspiring me to take the plunge. No regrets. All of you on tonight are simply amazing, and you give yourself a pat on the back. You guys are all inspiring to all of us, and thanks for always being so raw and open with your life.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's very sweet.
She's really sweet.
So just because I can't multitask and figure out the Q&A and also pay attention to what Gracie's saying, if you tweet, phone number 714-625-5663. She's looking at me like, what the fuck are you?
You froze, and then you shook, and you did this weird thing, and then we heard your phone number. I don't know what happened.
So, Liz, I think you need to say it again.
Okay, so I froze and I shook.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, my phone number is 714-625-5663 if you want to send us a text. So Lindsay already asked Gracie about her basic, when she had weight loss surgery, how much she lost. Can you talk to us a little bit about your story around weight? Were you overweight as a child? How has this kind of impacted you through your...
I've been overweight pretty much since puberty, I would say. I had a child very young, actually at 16, So pretty much from having her and getting pregnant so young, I stayed overweight from that point on.
So you weren't overweight before you got pregnant?
I was a little chubby. I wasn't like really obese, I would say. I was a semi-normal size.
Did your family try to manage your weight at all after you started putting it on?
No, my family never did. My mom always struggled with her weight, and now I can actually say both my parents have had bariatric surgery because my dad just had bariatric surgery 2 weeks ago.
Really?
So, yeah, he had DS.
And why too?
He had DS?
No.
He went straight to DS?
He went straight to DS.
I didn't
Yeah.
know they did that surgery anymore.
Yeah, so he had to do a 3-week pre-op diet, and then he had a surgery on January 4th. He started at 410 pounds, and he's already in the 330s.
Wow.
Wow, he started at 410 3 weeks ago?
Well, before his pre-op diet. He had surgery on the 4th, and then he did a 3-week pre-op diet before that. So what is that, 5 weeks?
I want DS.
Yeah.
And your mom?
And then my mom had VSG. Yeah, she had VSG a year ago. Not this past December, but the December before. So, yeah, they've all.
She's mine. She's December 2013?
No.
14.
15.
Oh, 15?
14.
Oh,
Yeah.
A couple months
Yeah,
after.
because she just hit her 1 year.
Okay, got
last
it.
month. Yeah.
Cool. How did you adapt your behavior once you started gaining weight with the baby and puberty and all that stuff? Kind of how did you cope with that? How did your behavior change?
Around food? I always loved food. Like, I grew up in a house where we ate all the time with a big Portuguese family who everybody, I mean, if you didn't eat, you're being rude. So, like, you're full, you're not full, you need to eat another sandwich.
Because
you're really full.
You can eat I've been out to eat with you. You cannot eat very much.
I'm doing better. I feel like I can eat a little more than I used to eat. I still have a lot of restriction, yeah, for sure. I've struggled with my blood sugars a lot, so I've been really trying to eat a lot more than I was before, especially with that because that's scary.
Yeah.
Do they think you're rude now when you don't eat?
No, now they understand because now I'm like, I'm not getting sick. You don't want me to be sick.
But
I guess. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry, Lindsay. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say. I guess what I meant was like, did you diet a lot? I mean, kind of what were the?
Yeah, I was always on a diet. I did everything. You know, I lived by Weight Watchers. I feel like, and Atkins. And you know, the standard: you lose 50 pounds and you gain 60 pounds. It's just that back and forth.
Yeah.
Always. I was always doing something to try to lose weight.
What about in terms of your personality? Because I mean, the sense that I get from you is that you were pretty confident before you lost weight as well.
Yeah.
Things that you did differently to compensate for being overweight?
I really don't think so.
So either. I
I kept trying to like think of something. No, I was always this is how I am. Like, even when I was bigger, it never really.
Well, and you're when did you start making videos? It was pre-op, but just a little pre-op.
Yeah, like that summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe June, and I had surgery in August.
And you were absolutely fucking gorgeous in your very first video.
Oh, thanks. I was so nervous. I watched that video now, and I'm like, I can't believe I was so nervous to make a YouTube video. How silly.
The same way, though.
Yeah.
That first one, something about that first video.
I totally get it.
I just watched my first video. It was like terrifying. Like, who is
Isn't it? It's so weird. Like, why are you so scared to make a video? But I remember just being like, oh my God, who's going to watch this?
And I just look at that person and it's like, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody commented that it's like, okay, that's your voice coming out of somebody I don't recognize.
Yeah.
So we sort of talked about, is weight an issue for your family members? So that had kind of been obviously an issue since your parents both have had weight loss surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the moment that finally led you to the decision to have weight loss surgery, Gracie? Like, what was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak?
I think pure desperation and finally realizing, like, I need help. I need help. Like, I can't do this. I've tried for so long, so many years. And I was just at a point where I was like, I'm just getting older and it's always the same battle. And I watched my mom battle for so many years and I was like, I need help. Like, there's got to be something out there that can help me do this. And thank God for gastric bypass, because that was my ticket.
Did you have a long process going into getting approved for surgery?
I had to do a 3-month pre-op program with my primary care doctor because I didn't have any comorbidities. So I had to do that. But no, it really wasn't. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I think I started in April and had surgery in August.
Okay. And I don't think people realize how young you are because you're really very mature. But you're pretty young. How old are you, Gracie?
When I had surgery?
Yeah.
I'm 30 now, so I was 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had just turned 28.
Yeah. So although you look very young, I just always assumed you were older than that because you just have a presence of someone who's much older than that.
Thank you.
Did you have fears going into surgery? I know as a mom, I mean, you have 3 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
2, 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have
It was scary
going into it?
Mm-hmm. I think for me, plastics was way more scary than gastric bypass for some reason.
Well, that's a much more serious surgery. I mean, that's I just went and had my consult, and they're like, "Oh, that's 12 hours." I mean, the sleeve was
God.
Yeah. So that was way more scary for me than gastric bypass. But being put under anyways, and then so I'm a nurse, right? And I work in a hospital, so I see all the stuff that could go wrong all the time. So I'm even more. Nurses are terrible patients, so it was scary.
Gracie, we all have kind of this going into weight loss surgery and pre-op, we all have this kind of conception of our thinner selves and who we expect to be and what we expect life to be like. Pre-surgery, what did you think that was going to be like, and how does that differ from the reality of now?
I don't think I really had an idea. I knew what I wanted it to look like and what I thought I would look like, but I was just hopeful. Like, in my head, I was like, if I could just, get in this size, I'd be happy. If I could just get to it. But then once you're going through it, your perspective changes. I feel like your goals aren't the same anymore once you're in it.
So how did those goals change for you?
Talk about that a little bit.
I just want to feel good now. Like, I'm not so much worried about my weight or my size. Like, I just want to feel good now. Before, it was all about that number for me. Like, I want to get to this weight and be this size, and if I could just get there. Now I'm like, okay, I feel good. I can move around well. Health is more important, not so much the number. And that kind of sounds cheesy, but seriously, it's about how I feel.
Did you meet those number goals? I mean, did you get to the size and the number that you wanted to?
I got smaller than my goal size and my number size, so I went further than I actually wanted to. And then that had been a source of anxiety for me too, of getting too small, because with gastric bypass you don't have as much control over where you land. So.
Yeah.
Now I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So you mentioned briefly about having issues with blood sugar. I know, that what was that, a couple months ago you really weren't feeling well. Has that kind of stabilized now?
No, I have issues all the time. It's a constant thing for me. I'm always watching what I'm eating, what I'm taking in, and monitoring my sugar. A little bit,
just so people who might be experiencing something similar would know what that is and what it feels like?
Well, for me, I get really shaky. I get really dizzy, lightheaded. It just kind of depends. I really have to stay up on my eating and making sure I'm, in the morning getting my protein shake in and eating something small, even if it's a small portion, every few hours, just so that I can stabilize, because I really feel the difference quickly. Like, I'll go from feeling fine to, I got to eat something like 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You're on your feet all day too in your job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have a sense of how many calories you're doing a day now? I'm just curious.
700 to 900 typically. That is great for me. That is really great for me.
I'll trade you.
900 and you're feeling like you're doing better. What was it before?
Well, some days not great. Coffee.
How does that affect your numbers? I mean, have you had blood work and stuff? Like, how has that affected your?
Yeah, I've had all my labs. Everything has been really good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I'm like a vitamin Nazi, so I'm up on my vitamin game. Like, I do not miss a vitamin regimen ever.
Somebody whose hair looks as good as yours does obviously is okay.
I was fortunate.
You have gray hair. It's really I'm really fucking jealous, actually.
I'm sorry.
Also, I just totally not related to anything, but you are going to be doing my hair again for WLSFA. So you're welcome.
Sure will. We'll make it a yearly tradition.
Yes. Okay, anyway.
So what do you
said I gave her the best hair of her life. That's why she said that.
I don't have enough hair for you to do. But Jake did my makeup the other day and it looked really good. Maybe you can do my makeup.
Sure.
Gracie gives good hair.
It happens.
There's not so much you can do with my hair. So what do you think? Has your biggest struggle been around being able to eat post-op, or is it something else? What do you feel like the biggest struggle's been for you?
Emotional, for sure.
Talk about that.
Oh, just that typical first year crazy.
But what does that mean?
I don't know. What does it mean to you guys? Let's talk about you guys for a minute.
You don't have to disclose anything you don't want to disclose,
No, you just go through transitions. I feel like your perspective changes. For me, it was a lot of feeling really restless.
Mm-hmm. So here's
constantly.
Amy and I were talking about earlier today, and we were going to do a video about it, but then we just drank too much champagne and got too silly to address it. The
it
way
happened.
Address. But what do you guys think about the difference between being single going into weight loss surgery and being married, or with a partner going into weight loss surgery?
I feel like either way, you're going to be on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was with Kent, obviously, but not married or engaged. And actually, we did not live together when I had surgery. So it was some time before he actually moved in, and I didn't like him the entire first year.
I think I texted you this. For some reason, your 20-week post-op video popped up on my feed the other day.
What was I talking about?
Well, vaginal secretions, for one thing.
Whoa. Was week 20 a good week or a bad week?
It was a two-parter, and you were not liking Kent that week, for sure.
Does he know this?
So funny.
No, because I didn't want to fuck shit up. I knew I was feeling crazy, and so I wasn't just I like you today, I hate you tomorrow. I like you today, I hate you, I like you. I was just trying to just be even. So even though inside I was like, yeah, we'll see, I don't know.
Right. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Outside I was trying to be cool because I didn't want to do any irreparable damage if I didn't know that it was true. And I'm one of those cases of the first year hormones where it was right around week 54, just after my first year. I woke up and I was like, I like him okay again. And then I just kept liking him. And he didn't do anything different. He didn't do anything different. I just stabilized. You know what I mean? It was never about him. It was always about me. So
I guess for me, my perspective was that I feel like it's been easier to be single doing this, hearing from my friends who are
I would imagine
in relationships, because and trust me, it's crazy enough being single, but I only have to deal with my reaction to all this change. I don't have to deal with managing anybody else's reaction.
It's hard. Yeah.
My whole life, everything about me changing over the last 2 years.
Yeah. What do you think, Gracie?
It's definitely hard. And I think that's why, they say 50% of marriages end in divorce after bariatric surgery.
Yeah. Because, it's not, for me, it's not just the fact that I've lost 200 pounds. It's the fact that I am a totally different person than I was 2 years ago. And if I had been in a relationship while that was going on, I would think that would be pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just more myself. I think I'm just a better version of who I was. I don't really feel like I'm totally different.
Well, I feel like this is who I was supposed to be, but it's so different than the person that I was for the last 10 years before it. So, yeah, this is actually me, but that's not who I've been lately.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it would there's a sense of comfort for me knowing that there was somebody on my team though, whether I liked him or not. You know, I haven't dated you know, I wasn't dating when I met my fiance, and I wasn't looking to date, and I'd been through a slew of, you know, shitty dudes, and I'm not sure that I would want to be single. I mean, I guess if I had to be single, I would figure it out, but like it's kind of comforting knowing that like someone's in my corner, you know?
And that's exactly what Amy said. Sorry, she's, you know, I don't know if you guys know, but I have this black formal gown that I wore in London. Amy's in my room trying it on and sending me pictures.
You'd be like, I'm busy. You can see her in fucking 30 minutes.
It's like 12 sizes too big for her.
God!
What about, and I'm kind of skipping ahead, Lindsay, so I'm not like following the
No!
question anymore, but and I'm just curious because Gracie was married, Lindsay's in a committed relationship. In terms of the physical changes, how have your partners responded to those?
Gracie, you go.
I mean, my husband has been super supportive all the way through the beginning. So I feel like he loved me when I was almost 300 pounds just as much as he does now. I don't feel like my physical body had anything to do with it. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely been a change for both of us. It's not been an easy process, definitely not easy for him, even more than me, I feel like sometimes. Right. Because he's had to put up with all the mood changes and all my different stages and the good days and the bad days, and he stayed the same and consistent while I'm the one changing.
Right. Lindsay, what about you?
Kent has never dated somebody who's bigger before. All of his girlfriends before me have been athletic and slender and or medium, you know, regular, normal size. But he fell in love with me because, I mean,
because
Because has anybody met you?
Yeah.
Have you met me?
Yeah, obviously. So no, I mean, he fell in love with me, but you know, and he wasn't, when we first met, he wasn't sure. Like, I remember this conversation.
Him in the furniture store.
I met him in the furniture store, yeah. But we had this conversation when we first started getting to know each other, where he was like, I don't really know. Like, we were talking about intimacy, and I remember him saying, I don't really know about it. And I was like,
what do you
everything's mean? In the same place. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's no, like, you're not gonna have to go deep diving. Like, everything's there, you know? And it's just softer. It's just a little bit more jiggly. So, you know, but he fell in love with me, and we had, you know, we have been tight. But I will say this, he's super supportive. He does not want me to get plastics. I will say that he supports my desire and my feelings about plastics, but he personally does not want that. He loves me the way I am. He feels like it's mutilation. Like, I need to figure out how to deal with my body because it's really, really, really hard for him to see me in pain and to have like all these cuts and scars and stuff like that. He couldn't even look at me for 2 months after VSG because they brought in the photos of the stomach that they pulled out and filled with saline and stuff, and he couldn't even look, like he was like, they butchered you. They butchered my one true love. You know, like like
they take you to a chop shop or something.
Right.
Oh my God. Well, do not let him. I've seen some post-plastic surgery pictures. Not let him see those pictures.
No, I mean, but he, not even just pictures, but he'll see me. You know, he'll be the one helping me with the drains and helping me shower, and like, you know, unless someone comes and takes care of me, like, he's going to be the person doing that. And so, and it's going to devastate, he's very sensitive and he loves me, and to see me in pain or uncomfortable is very hard for him. So it'll devastate, I mean, and he just doesn't want that. He doesn't want that for me. He doesn't want that for him. You know, he thinks like you should just deal with yourself, love yourself, I love you, and get over it, because I don't want this for you. You know,
That's easy for someone who's never been fat to say, though, and when you have to live with the loose skin.
No, totally, totally. And that's why if I were to do it, I mean, he would not be a dick. I mean, he'd be on my side. He'd be at the, you know, but he wouldn't. He would be sad. I think a little part of him would be like, I wish you wouldn't. But also, I think the thing now, post-op, having lost 100 pounds, is that we can do more things, that we can hike, we can walk. I mean, pre-surgery, I had really bad foot problems that my weight fully exacerbated. And so, like, when we'd go on vacation, like, I couldn't walk. I couldn't take long walks on the beach. I couldn't be like, let's go hiking. I couldn't do any of those things. And so for him, it's less about how I look and more about the fact that we can do things that we both love and enjoy together.
Right.
Yeah. And my experience.
Oh, that how you feel.
Yeah.
Well, and how you feel, yeah. And my experience is a little different, but I just want to throw it in because it's kind of cool for me is that I was not in a relationship, you know, when I had surgery. I'm in a relationship now, and weight is like not an issue in it. And that's the first time in my life where my weight or feeling fat, I mean, it just isn't an issue.
I feel like I need to have the talk with him, like, what are your intentions with my daughter? Because we haven't heard much about him.
I feel like I need to have this conversation, too. I hope I just get down there.
He's a
I'm going to be the shock. I'm going to be the dad on the porch.
But
I want her back by curfew.
It's hard because even when I was much thinner and much younger, I carried a lot of stuff. I mean, when I was 150 pounds, I thought I was overweight. So I carried that into every relationship, thinking that, you know, I should feel lucky that you're with me or whatever. I have no feelings about that. I told him I had weight loss surgery, but it's like such a non-issue. It's never a discussion. And it's like, that is so wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm old, and that's never happened.
Has he been with bigger women before?
Well, I mean, bigger like now?
How big you were before? No.
No.
Okay.
No. And I mean, that's what I mean. It's just not even an issue. He didn't think of me as fat when I met him because I, you know, am not, I mean, I'm still 200 pounds, but I'm not like what I was. It wasn't a thing. And I said this in my video I did last week, when I was getting ready to meet him, I felt like because he lives in San Diego, I live here, it's a bit of a distance, so we had more of a communication beforehand over phone and with pictures and stuff. And I felt like I had to tell him before I was going up there for the first time, you know, I can take a good selfie. We all know I can take a good selfie. So I need to tell you that I've lost a lot of weight. And I look like somebody who's almost 50 years old. I work out a lot, but I look like somebody who's almost 50 who's lost a lot of weight. And he's like, I don't care about that. And he's acted like he doesn't care about it. And a couple of weeks after we started dating, I sent him my before picture. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I sent it, I was like, oh, my God, why did I do that? And he was like, you look amazing. I'm so proud of you for doing this.
That's an accomplishment.
And, well, that's what he said. And that's the last discussion we've had about it, unless I brought it up in terms of plastic surgery or whatever. So it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But anyway, it's not about me. It's not about Lindsay. It's about Gracie. Because this is her first show without Melly May, right?
I know. I feel like I'm missing the radar, especially after being with her all week.
It's nice to have you, though, and to get you to ourselves for a minute.
Yeah.
So, Lindsay, can you even figure out where I left off?
Yes, I do. I want Gracie to talk to us a little bit about exercise and how that role has, you know, what role that has played in your journey, and do you exercise now, and what does that look like? I'm assuming that the answer is no, based on your face.
No. But guess what, guys? I went to the gym this week. Are you proud of me?
What'd you do?
I am so proud of you.
I know. It really happened.
You were doing things similar to exercise when you were in Charleston.
I know.
And you posted something on Facebook about CrossFit, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I know. I gotta do something, right?
You to go to the gym.
I just hate it. Like, I just hate the gym. I'm just never one of those people who's gonna be like, this is so fun. I just can't wait to go run a marathon. I'm just never gonna be that girl.
I'm never gonna be that girl either.
Okay. Like, I want to be that girl. I admire those girls.
But
it's awesome.
Are you that girl, Lindsay? I'm not that girl.
No, I mean I love working out and I love getting a sweat on, but I'm not a runner like ever.
Be quiet. You post your little body coach videos looking all fit and exercising like you love it.
I know, but I don't run.
No,
I do love it.
I know. You smile while you do it.
So what made you go to the gym this week?
My husband. No, so he used to do like a lot of bodybuilding and like weightlifting competitions and stuff, and he was a total gym rat, like hardcore gym rat. And I used to tease him and give him hell about it, and so he's gotten back into doing that, and I was like, all right, I'll go with you. So we're trying to motivate each other, and it's not so bad when he's with me because, you know, he's motivation. He knows his way around the gym like nobody's business, so it's like having a personal trainer.
Yeah, I love that. Did you do some strength training or mostly cardio?
No, we did both. He likes both.
Nice. Good for you, girl.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're ordering pizza. That's like just
while we're talking about the gym, you're ordering pizza. Really. I'm more that girl. I'm more the order the pizza girl.
I got the best pizza in Managua, actually. On the last night that we were there, we were staying in a hostel in Managua because we had to leave early the next morning. So we drove back to the city and we ordered Pizza Hut, and they delivered because it was the only thing that delivered, and I couldn't walk because of my tattoo. I was like up to here and walking. And so we got pizza, and it was actually like the best fucking pizza ever. I think I ate 4 pieces. I ate 3
no,
pieces.
No, you didn't.
I ate 3
You
pieces.
couldn't have.
No, I ate 2 pieces. It was a medium pizza, so they were like, you know, the pieces were only about this big, but I ate 2 pieces and then like an hour later, like showered and got ready for bed, and like an hour later added them.
And still lost 8 pounds.
Right, exactly.
Winning.
Winning. I think it was just sweat. Like I sweat so much. Anyway.
Okay. So let's talk about diet. Did you follow the diet progression as was laid out to you by your surgeon?
No.
No. What did you do differently?
I mean, I tried, but I tried stuff earlier than I should have, definitely.
And are there any foods particularly that you have a problem?
Yeah, I can't do sweets. Sugars and stuff.
Right?
Are you frozen?
I'm sorry.
Hello?
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 Hello.
Hello? Do you
You're a jumper, right? You jump?
Yeah, I can't do sugars, sweets, cakes, ice cream, all the things that I adore and love with my whole soul. Yeah, those things I can't do.
Have you found, that's good though, have you found alternative ways to get your sweet tooth satisfied without having those symptoms? Like,
yeah, so like instead of doing ice cream, I'll do Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
And that's really sweet for me. So.
Oh yeah, Greek yogurt and Baskin Robbins. That's it.
Well, for me, it's an alternative. I would love to eat Baskin Robbins, and I totally would if I could. However, my pouch does not allow me to, so it's just not worth feeling sick.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. I wish I had more of that. I mean, I still have the symptom, you know, I have the sleeve, obviously, not the pouch, but I still have the symptom if I eat too fast or if I don't chew well enough or eat too much, I still throw up. And I throw up like once a week or once every other week at least. So it's that stop. Like, I don't always know, and then it happens. I mean, I threw up in Nicaragua. I threw up today. It's a nice thing. Okay, that's too much food. You know, like, stop.
So are you throwing up because you're overeating and it's the volume, or is it what you're eating?
It's usually overeating or eating too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had a half a bagel today, and I don't know if I ate it too fast or if I just overate because I had eaten some chicken like an hour before. And so, I don't know, but I threw it all up. It was, and I start to get the slimies, and there's no choice. I mean, there's not even any nausea. It's just like, and that's it. And then I'm fine. Like, I'm totally fine. Like, I don't get sick. I just throw up.
Yeah.
But I think it's a blessing because otherwise I'd eat more. I just, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Talk to me about, Gracie, what the most powerful moments for you throughout this process have been. What do you consider most, like, your biggest accomplishments?
Oh, wow. I guess being post-plastics, having plastics was a big accomplishment for me because I finally felt that freedom because I had lost the weight, but I still didn't feel how I thought I was going to feel, I guess. And then after plastics, I felt like, okay, now I'm done. Like that was the stamp for me. Like now my weight loss journey is done. I reached my goal. I'm post plastics now. Like I feel like I could get away with if nobody knew me and they just saw my scars, they would just assume like, well, she had a mommy makeover because I've had kids, right? So that's a viable, like you wouldn't just assume, well, she used to be almost 300 pounds, you know? So I feel like I feel more normal in a sense now after plastics. That was the stamp for me of closure.
Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't expect to feel that way going into plastics.
What we talked a little bit about relationships. You talked a little bit about your marriage, but do you feel like losing weight has had any impact on your relationship with your kids?
Yeah, I feel like it has. I think that they have a happier mom, and I think that shows. I borrowed leggings from my daughter yesterday. Like, you know, I mean, it's just weird. Like, I was in South Carolina with Melly, and she was Snapchatting me pictures of her borrowing my clothes. She was like, Mom, I'm borrowing this shirt. Like, I never, awesome. Going into gastric bypass, I never thought, like, my teenage daughter would ever borrow my clothes. Like, it just blows my mind.
I put on my, like, 135-pound son's T-shirt this morning.
Yeah, your striped shirt. I saw that.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, it's incredible. So, yeah, I definitely feel like it's impacted. They have a happier, healthier mom, and that shines through.
And I know for me, one of the things that kept me from having surgery for so long, and I've heard from other people that this is something that they worry about, is, you know, here I'm putting my life at risk when I have, you know, kids to do something that I should be able to do on my own. And you haven't heard that? Oh, well, because you're not. Yeah, absolutely. I said that to myself for years and years and years. It's like, how can I mean, of course, I thought the surgery was a much bigger deal than it actually ended up being physically. But I totally told myself that, and I so regret not having more time with my son as that happier mom, because even though he had a good life and I'm a good mom and, you know, we did what we needed to do, I feel like he would have done better with the happier person than I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's the reason you're not having surgery, think about it.
Yeah.
So.
Do you feel that your friendships or career has been affected by your weight loss, and if so, how?
I feel like my friendships with some people, probably the people who were overweight, it definitely has an impact because there's a lot of resentment, I feel like, and tension that can be there. And I've talked about that in some of my videos when I was even earlier out before I even lost all my weight, was even telling people, like I expected my skinnier friends to give me more trouble about it, and it was really my overweight friends who were like, oh, what, you know. And so it plays a role for sure. It makes a difference.
Have you lost any friendships?
No, but there's tension with some, I feel like.
What about career?
It definitely helps me in my job just because I'm able to move around better, I feel like. But as people are in general more nice to you depending on how you look, right? So I deal with people all day, every day. So do I notice a little difference? Sometimes.
Yeah. So what about being part of this weight loss surgery community? How has that impacted your life?
Oh, majorly. Like I felt like I wasn't alone through my journey. I can't imagine not having the community to go through, because I had you guys from the beginning, right? So I had people from video one who knew exactly how I felt, who knew what step I was at, and people who were ahead of me coaching me along, people giving me advice from, you know, tips on what to eat to relationships all along. And you get that feedback from people, and that's invaluable information. When you've got somebody who's a year out, a year ahead of you saying, okay, at this stage, you're going to be feeling this way, and this is expected, and don't eat that, and you've got all these people giving you advice and opinions, it's just a godsend.
Yeah.
Talk to us, I know we've mentioned the plastic surgery thing already. Tell us a little bit about the process, where you're at with that now, and if you had a pointer for anyone when choosing a plastic surgery, like how, or a plastic surgeon, like how you went around about that process and what you would recommend us. people.
Don't go
Or
to one.
maybe
That would be my first recommendation. Just don't go to one. Like, go to several and get feedback from each one, because every surgeon's going to have their own opinion on what you should do, on your body type, on how they want to do your surgery, and just go with someone who you feel most comfortable with and whose story kind of lines up with what you want.
Mm-hmm.
For people who may not watch your videos, do you want to tell them like how far out you were, what surgery you had?
Yeah. So I had my bypass in August 2014, and then I did my plastics exactly. It was like a week before my 1-year mark in August 2015. I had an extended abdominoplasty and a breast augmentation done. So.
And I saw her like maybe 3 weeks after, and she looked incredible.
Gracie, does the augmentation, so I have heard mixed reviews, but not necessarily from a surgeon, but from in your opinion, if you do an augmentation, you don't necessarily need a lift, right?
Not everybody does. I was fortunate and I didn't have to have the lift, but everybody's body's different. So some people, you might not want to pay for an augmentation if you need a lift, because then it's not going to look as good. You know, it's just going to depend on your body type. You'd hate to get implants and then still need a lift and then them not look as good as you hoped because you didn't bother lifting them because you don't want to spend the money. So definitely if you need a lift, I would say do that first and then consider an augmentation, or do both at the same time and have the augmentation and the lift together.
Yeah,
that's what Katzen told me. It's like he wasn't sure if I was going to need a lift or not based on like the side boobage and, you know, what the implants would do.
Yeah, I've heard different things from different people also. I've had multiple consults, both online and a couple in person, and some people are like, you need an implant, definitely a lift, but some people say a lift, no implant. So I don't really know. It's hard to know what to do.
Yeah, well, even when I was bigger, I always knew that I wanted to have my boobs done, because I would have patients who were like 80 years old and their boobs looked better than mine when I was in my 20s. And I was like, yeah, one day I'm totally getting my boobs done. Like, I don't care how much it costs. So, you know, I knew for that reason, because I'd seen so many, that it was happening for me.
Yeah. How do you feel about the extended abdominoplasty? Like, do you have dog ears? Like, do you have any like of the I mean, do you wish you'd done the 360? I mean, how did that work out for you?
No, I'm really happy with my results. My scar at this point, I had surgery last August. It's just really itchy is my only complaint. Like, it's just super, super itchy, especially around my hip area.
Still after 5 months, huh? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's really my only complaint. Like, I can't say anything bad about it at all. The first week was horrible. Like, I thought I was going to die. It was the worst pain I've ever been in. But would I do it again? Yeah, I do it 5 times over for the results that I got.
How long does that scar take to heal?
Mine healed really quickly. I've been doing like compounded scar cream, and I don't scar well anyways. I'm a keloider, and my scars never look great to begin with. So, you know, everybody's different.
Your panty line?
It is, yeah. Yeah, you can't see it at all.
Your boobs, did you get the cut down here or the cut here?
No, it was underneath. Yeah, underneath my breast. And they're really small. Like, I have a hard time even seeing them at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it.
She'll show you. No,
I'll show you next time I see you. Yeah, most people have seen them already.
I was going to say, that's not a question. I mean, I assume so. Hi, Gracie. Get naked, please. Thanks. Right. Oh, and can you do my hair?
We went to dinner Friday, I guess, and Patty were naked in the bathroom. So
nice.
I can't quite figure out why she was naked.
Every time I have a meal with a weight loss surgery, every time I have a meal with a weight loss surgery friend, almost one or both of us ends up naked in the bathroom. It's true.
Right. It just happens.
It just happens.
It just happens.
It did not happen when I visited you, so I guess I don't know what I should feel about that.
I can't wait to see Patty. I bet she looks amazing.
She looks incredible, I have
and
to say.
And she's being a tease on her videos, wearing fur coats, and we can't see what's happening.
She looks incredible. And even, I saw her like a week ago Saturday, and then I saw her again on Wednesday. And I don't know if it's because swelling went down or what, but, I mean, she looked even more incredible just like 4 days later.
I hate her. It's a love-hate relationship.
It is, I know. Okay, one tip if you had for newbies, what would it be?
Wait a year to start drinking alcohol.
Yes.
That was my tip, too.
Was that your tip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gracie and Melly Mae did a round of Never Have I Ever, and I thought that was fun, so I thought maybe we might want to do that.
Okay.
So how does it work? Is it 5 fingers, Gracie? What were you guys doing? You hold up 5 fingers?
Yeah, we did rounds of 5 fingers.
Okay, so we keep our fingers up. Okay, so these first questions are from Gretchen.
Oh, wait.
What?
I haven't played this in a while. Let me be sure. So you have 5 fingers, and you put one down if you have done it or if you haven't.
Right? If you have done it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so then whoever has the most
fingers wins.
Okay.
Okay. And they had to go through a couple of hands, so we may have to do that too. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and never have I ever lied to bail on a date. You guys have never lied to bail on a date?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm sure I have.
Grace?
I mean, no, I'm pretty honest. Like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but do you tell them, like, I really just don't want to see you? Or are you like, oh, I'm not feeling well, I've got a headache?
No, I'm going to tell you. I probably wouldn't have even committed if I didn't really want to do it.
Okay.
I actually have no problem believing that. Okay. Never have I ever flirted my way out of a traffic ticket. How did I know Gracie was going to be the one? Okay. Never have I ever ate so much post-op that I threw up just to feel better.
Wait, say it again.
Okay, so the question is, never have I ever ate so much post-op that I threw up just to feel better. I haven't thrown up just to feel better, but I've ate so much that I've thrown up.
Yeah, that's a really, that's a hard question because I've never done it on purpose.
Right, I don't make myself throw up, but I throw up and I feel better, so should we take
I think it's about intention there, so I'm going to keep my finger.
Okay.
I feel like we should skip that question.
Yeah.
Okay. Never have I ever overdrawn my bank account. How many fingers can I hold down?
What the fuck?
Right. This week? Never have I ever been in handcuffs.
Wait. For fun or like really in handcuffs?
It doesn't say. It just says in handcuffs.
All right, well.
Okay, so we're all on 2?
Yeah.
We're all on 2.
Okay. Never have I ever thrown up on a stranger. Oh, I really did not think I would be the one to lose this first. Never have I ever streaked in public. No. Never have I ever felt another woman's boob job. I'm out. Damn. Never have I ever guessed someone's password and actually got it right. Okay, so this is not going to be fair because if both of you haven't done this, I would. Never have I ever had a one-night stand.
I haven't. Oh, so I keep it up.
I've never had a one-night stand?
No, never.
Gracie's the winner. You won with Melly Mae too, didn't you?
Yes. Victory.
Woo-hoo!
I have to say, I just did not think I would be the first person out on this.
I guess that means you're the
You
sluttiest.
naughty girl.
All right, so Gracie, I'm going to ask you a series of kind of our inside WLS questions. Are you ready?
Okay, go.
This is like the bonus round.
Okay. I'm ready.
What is your favorite word?
Oh. That's hard. Probably love. I love love. I'm so sappy, like Hallmark movies. Just love. I just love everything.
I love that about you. What is your least favorite word?
Probably the N-word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it.
What turns you on, both creatively, spiritually, and or emotionally?
Confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. What about turns you off?
Anybody who's condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a fine line between like confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
And you got to be confident, but I don't want you to be cocky.
Yeah. I agree. What's your favorite curse word?
Ass hat.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
a new one. We haven't had that one yet. All right.
It's funny, that's why.
It is. I used to say ass hat all the time. What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, hearing my kids laugh.
Aw,
I love it.
I like it. What sound or noise do you hate?
People crying.
Yeah.
Like it hurts my soul.
Yeah. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? Like, if you could be anything and money were no issue, what would it be?
I would be a sexologist.
Ooh.
I want to go to you.
Yeah, I would totally like want to be like Dr. Laura Berman. You know,
Right,
she's
right.
awesome. Yeah.
What profession would you not want to do?
Oh, anything that involved numbers, like being an accountant or something where I had to be in an office, just being in front of a computer, not talking to people. I'm out.
Okay. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Heaven does exist. I'm sure of that. I just hope God's proud of me. That's all.
So as you come in, he said, "You go, girl.
Yeah.
Good." Yeah?
Yeah, you used everything I gave you. You loved everyone. You did it with dignity and respect, and I
Aww.
just hope he's proud of me.
I'm sure he would be. Okay, Gracie, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks
tonight.
for having me. It was fun.
It feels like we were all hanging out together
Yeah.
without the planking.
And the wine. Without the wine and the planking.
The wine
I
and
know. I drank an entire glass of water.
I'm drinking Gatorade. Look at us hydrating. Yes.
we are good weight loss surgery patients.
Well,
We'll make up for it later.
because you've been drinking all day.
Yeah.
There is
You're about to go drink some more with the girls.
There is that. And we're going to get pizza from here as soon as I'm done. But okay, next couple of shows. Next Sunday, we're having Scotty RNY. He's a newer person. I think he's probably 6 months out. He's from Canada. And Gastric Tiger will be my co-host on Wednesday. Special show. Stop yawning, Lindsay. I'm not done yet.
Sorry.
Jet lag.
On Wednesday. Are you telling me I'm boring? On Wednesday, January 27th, Dr. Katzen will be here, and we will be talking about coming in from out of town to have plastic surgery with him in Beverly Hills. And then on January 31st, and Patty's going to be my co-host on that show. January 31st, we're having part 2 of our Kirk show because we just could not get enough time with him and get through all of our questions. And Patty's also going to co-host that show. So got a lot of exciting stuff coming up.
And you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, guys. We'll see you next week. Love
Bye.
you.
Thanks, Gracie.
Bye.